to be a successful person, I have to know how to create the best version of myself, how to be in any situation the best version of myself. And we like to say in SFM, this comes from particular qualities of a state that we call the coach state. Now, coach in English has it's 5 letters that stand for 5 important qualities. The first one is to be centered, especially in yourself. We say especially in the belly center. The second one is to be open to possibilities, open to see other opportunities. We say open to receive and open to give. The third quality is to be alert, aware, awake of myself, but also of what's around me, my team, my marketplace, my organization. The fourth is to be connected to myself, to all of my intelligences, my intellectual intelligence, my emotional intelligence, my intuition, my somatic intelligence, but also to be connected to this, what we call this bigger system, this bigger whole, we would say. And finally, I'm holding all of this from a place of resilience, a place of resourcefulness, a place of curiosity and creativity. Now, to get into this coach state, there are many ways, but one of my first ways of doing it, I often like to invite people in order to find a center, because centering can seem abstract, but it actually is a very concrete idea. And literally, when we're centered in our physical center, it's halfway between the top of the head and the bottom of the feet. It's in the so-called belly center, the Tantian, right? It's not only a physical center, it's a energetic center, it's a power center. Now, to find that center, there's some things you can do. We do some simple things like, okay, if I just cross my hands over, where's that center? Oh, it's somewhere here, right? I can find that center of me. Sometimes to be a little bit more active, we say, well, take your elbow and put it to your knee like this. Well, I have to do that. If I make that movement, it has to be around my physical center to find my balance. Another thing we do is kind of balance yourself. So you bring up one leg and balance on the other. And the more balanced you are, so usually it's easier, we say, oh, I balance like this. But if I find my balance, I bring my hands closer. I find that stability. If I'm really balanced, I can close my eyes. And we usually say you want to do these things like kind of 3 times on each leg. And it should get a little easier as you do. And you become grounded. Now then, we say we want to open this. We put our fingers around the thumbs. You kind of squeeze the thumbs, breathe in, bend the legs like you're pushing down into the earth. And then we open up to the sky. And we go on the toes and balance. And again, we do that 3 times. Now, these are exercises not just for the body, but we say for the mind, for the mindset. I'm opening myself. And then finally, we like to do what we call the coach state Tai Chi, which is very just simply where you can say the words to yourself and make the gestures in a very slow, mindful way, like you would make a Tai Chi movement. So we would say, I am centering, I'm centered. I'm open. I'm alert, awake, aware. I am connected, or I'm connecting. And I am here, I'm holding this space. And again, usually we like to repeat that 2 or 3 times, just like you would repeat any movement. Centered, open, aware, alert, awake, connected, and I'm here, I'm holding, I'm ready. Centering, opening, awakening, connecting, and present and ready. Now, what we also suggest is at any time, because once you're in that state and you start to become active and interactive, there's a lot of distractions. We say the opposite of this coach state is what we call crash, where I'm contracted or I'm reactive, I'm sort of caught in my analysis paralysis, or I'm sort of separated from myself or others, and instead of holding, I'm kind of hostile. And if that starts to happen, if I start to feel contraction, I feel closing down instead of opening, I start to feel reactive or disconnected instead of connected, we just say we want to simply slow down. And slowing down allows us to start to become more aware. And then we say pause. Pause allows us to find a place of stillness. We say breathe. Breathe allows us to open. And then center. So whenever I need to come back to my coach state, slow down, pause, breathe, center. And now again, these are something that we don't just do one time, but it's a practice. You want to do it many times so that it becomes like a kind of an automatic unconscious skill and awareness that you can do in any time, in any place. And one of the things that you will discover is that as you learn to live more from this coach state, everything becomes easier. This is this idea, you really can begin to meet any situation, no matter how challenging or difficult, with the best version of yourself.